They gave us dinner, another bowl of gray slop, this time thinner and colder. Then back to Block D. No one talked. The bunks groaned under weight and sorrow. Lila lay beside me, silent. Her doll was torn, now one leg dangling by a thread. She didn't notice. I stared at the ceiling and tried to remember Mama's voice, Papa's laugh, the smell of the bread she used to bake. But all I could smell now was mud and sweat. This camp, this cold machine of iron and cruelty, wanted to turn us into ghosts, into numbers, and we were just kids. By the third day, my hands had already started to blister. Big, red, angry bubbles had formed on my palms from gripping the pickaxe too hard. They'd split open before lunch, leaking something sticky. I tried to keep working. Everyone did. Ow. No one wanted to find out what happened if you stopped. Leela's rake had been replaced with a rusted tin bucket. Her job now was carrying small rocks from one pile to another, over and over. The pile never seemed to shrink. Her little arms shook with every trip. The bucket was too big for her, dragging behind like a tail. But she never said a word, not a single complaint. Just kept walking back and forth in silence, her eyes half closed. I hated this place. The guards didn't see children, they saw machines. Things that worked until they broke. If you cried, they ignored you. If you collapsed, they replaced you. One of the older kids, a boy named Merrick, tried to whisper to me during break. "Don't talk, don't look, just work," he said. "That's how you last here. Has anyone ever escaped?" I asked. He shook his head. "One did. Last year, they caught him before sunrise. They made everyone watch. I stopped asking questions after that. Sun never felt warm anymore. It just stared down like an eye that didn't blink. At night, the cold came back with claws. We had no blankets, just the same threadbare uniforms and thin boards of the bunk. Lila curled up against me like a kitten, her knees pulled to her chest. She whispered to her doll sometimes, like it could answer. I tried to hum one of Mama's lullabies, but I didn't remember the words anymore. We didn't talk about home, not out loud. But in my mind, I remembered the way Mama used to sing while sweeping. Papa's rough hands lifting us both onto his shoulders. The smell of apples in the autumn. The feel of warm bread and clean sheets and laughter. Here there was none of that. Just labor and silence. One evening, after a long day of smashing stones, I sat with my back against the wall outside Block D. My fingers were wrapped in dirty cloth, bleeding through. My shoulders throbbed. My stomach was tight with hunger. And for the first time since we arrived, I felt like giving up. Then I looked at Leela. She sat beside me, tiny and tired, her doll now missing an arm. Her eyes were half closed, but she looked up and smiled. "Today the sun looked pink," she said softly. I blinked. This morning, when we were lining up, it was pink for a second. I liked it. That was all she said. Then she leaned against me and closed her eyes. That small flicker of hope, just that kept me from sinking. Even in a place like this, Lila could still see something beautiful. Even when her hands were raw, her feet bruised, her voice horsey, noticed a pink sun. I swore to myself that night I'd protect her. I didn't know how, I didn't know if I could, but I had to try. Because she was the last soft thing left in my world. That night, something changed.